So we all know holding drawdown in a trade absolutely sucks. It feels like the market has lied to you and betrayed you, and it often leads us to be at our most stupid levels ever. For some reason, our brains just can't operate well when we see red in a trade. So today I want to share with you how to better manage your trades when you're in drawdown, how to stay calm, and how to actually have a real plan so that you don't end up closing trades too early only for them to run to your TP, or not at all close them and then they end up actually going to stop loss. I hope you guys enjoy. Please stick around to the end. Alright, so this is the trade I'm going to be breaking down. We took it on GJ last night. So I took it at around 12 AM Sydney time and closed at about 3 AM. This was TP, so automatic close. But I stayed up to about 2 AM managing this trade. So that was a fun Friday night, but very happy with the trade. I'm going to show you guys, first of all, the technical entry, and then we can look at how we actually managed it. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame over here, let me just delete this, and then we can look at this from a replay perspective. So let's start on the daily. So ignore this daily because obviously this is the trade we took. But looking at yesterday's day, we had sort of a respect of this level of support. Not sort of, we definitely respected it. Massive rejection to the downside. And then we had a chance to break above this daily resistance up here and continue on all the way up to the previous daily resistance up here, especially because this range, as you'll see on the lower time frames, is super clean. So then we go down to the 4-hour time frame, and this was pre-New York, this 4-hour candle printed. So we had a 4-hour level up here that we needed to look for, and we also sort of had this 4-hour that we broke above right over there. Not really important, but yeah, we created support, held above the previous daily resistance, and closed above. But we can see from this, it's very low volume, right? Price is sort of just ranging, we're not really doing much. So let's go down to the hourly, and then we'll have a look over here. So we have some hourly resistance right here. Very simple, created a high, pull back, create support, and then we have our new range. So we're hovering in this 4-hour range, and we also have clean range to the left, and this is also an hourly. So we can slash hourly. And then if we look to the left, completely clean pretty much all the way to the daily. This was intervention. So then we go down 15 minute and we start seeing not much is happening. We're sort of just ranging. So the plan I sent out in the free Discord, which you guys are welcome to join, was if we get above here, this level on the 15 minute, we have clean range to drive to this 4-hour level where we can manage risk and potentially go break even, or depending on volume, just close our trade for 10 pips. If we look to the left over here, super clean range. We have massive drive through, and above this level as well is also easy buys because look how clean this range is, nothing stopping us. So then sat through all of this, nothing happened, and then we had this. So this was 10 AM Eastern time. 10 AM Eastern time, so just after NYSE open, and we had the closure above this previous 4-hour level. So if we look at the hourly, we have an hourly close above. We rejected previous level, created support, respected, and now we're closing above. We have clean range to the left, and you can imagine the 4-hour is now breaking above that previous level of resistance with a good chance to continue up. So we go down to the 15 minute, and I entered my initial trade at the break of this high. I put stops below the previous hourly low, which is this right here. So that hourly low, and wanted price to fill up to the daily. So that was the trade, and then the drawdown started. So first 15, we closed back below, and I didn't close because we had the hourly. So this was the premise. I said to myself, if we get an hourly close back below this level, we've rejected the 4-hour level, and there's no real shot of price continuing up. It's not worth it to hold on when you can just get liquidity liquefied down here and for price to just continue up. So I waited for the hourly to close, and then we can see didn't close, didn't panic, just relaxed, and we had more drawdown, and this was not fun, right? It's not fun holding drawdown, but because we had the clear plan of waiting for the hourly to close, we didn't panic. We had a plan the entire time. We can see the 30 minute created this nice rejection. We're respecting this level, so there's still hope. And reject again, and then we reject again and close above. So at this stage, you're chilling, right? You're not too worried, you're chilling out, and then more rejections, more low volume, and then finally price continues. So I closed about 60% of my position up here at, how much is this, 17, 16 pips, because we had closed with no top wick. So when we close with no top wick, good chance price may push up a little bit, but there's no range for price to move into. And that means there's a good chance you're going to get a pullback. Doesn't mean the trend is over, but good chance you're going to get a pullback. I closed 60% because we had such clean range and there was nothing really in our way to stop price moving. The only problem was it was getting very late. So, volume is dying off very quickly, but as we can see, we ended up pushing and I was just break even, holding runners, and we ended up closing at the daily level up here. So if we look back at the hourly, we can see that we rejected this previous level, closed above, and then we had the nice closure above. So a lot of times in the past, I would have seen this drawdown, I would have seen the 15-minute coming down. I took this trade based on the 15-minute and I'm like, it didn't close back above, close below, let's close. And then price just reverses. And that sucks. That's the worst thing to do, and it really sucks. So this is the benefit of using the higher time frames and being able to see that we're breaking above the 4-hour resistance, we're rejecting the previous hourly support. There's a much higher chance of us continuing up than there is of us continuing down, and you just have to be calm and confident in that position. Now, one thing I want to talk about is when you decide to take the hourly stops, right? So if we look at this 15-minute and we decided to use sort of this level as our stop, the previous 15-minute candle, that's fine. You can take a 20 pip loss and there's nothing really wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing really wrong with that. But when you decide to take the hourly stop loss, you need to accept the bigger loss. You need to accept that you alone decided to use the hourly stops because you have faith in your higher time frame analysis. But at the same time, you need to accept that no matter what happens, everything can go wrong, right? You can lose this trade. It doesn't matter how good it looks. It doesn't matter what you think. You can lose this trade, and you had an opportunity to close earlier. Could have even closed here at the 15-minute rejection, right? And you're only down 10 pips. But I decided to hold the hourly levels because I trusted the high time frame analysis. But at the same time, you need to accept that that can go wrong as well. And you need to just take comfort in the fact that you're trusting the high time frame analysis, but at the same time, you need to accept that loss that could happen. Because often we will sort of hold, price will close below here, and then we'll be like, no, I'm gonna hold, even though price is actually rejecting. It's a very fine line between hope and having a clear plan. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Very simple breakdown, very quick breakdown. See you soon.